A lot of people right now are seeing doom and gloom.
A financial hurricane is coming. You cannot have a transportation sector that runs on diesel fuel that is paying $6, $7, $8, $10 a gallon for diesel.
High-ranking Russian official issued a warning to the international community saying that the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and he used that word from the book of Revelation, of course, are already on their way, and all hope is in Almighty God.
Yeah. Although there's a lot of that, I agree with seeing the opportunity.
If you look at the world, the most successful businesses started in a winter. 68% of the Fortune 1000 were started in either a recession or a depression.
See, when you realize your mind's been hijacked, Wall Street, Madison Avenue, Las Vegas, Silicon Valley, and Washington, D.C. have gotten inside our heads, exploiting newly discovered brain psychology and chemistry to confuse and conflate pleasure with happiness. Our behaviors are not our own because our minds have been hacked. Then you realize where you're going isn't where you've been, meaning you're not going to use that same mindset to go forward. You're going to unhijack your mind and revitalize it with the things you actually want. Because where you've been is based on a hijacked mind. So instead of continuing to stare at a wall that we're all collectively fast approaching, one of the tips that race car drivers give is if you find yourself heading towards a wall, you don't fixate on the wall. If you fixate on the wall, 99% of the time you're going to hit the wall. Instead, think of where you want to go, your ideal future. What you want to do instead is guide your attention to where you want to go, the direction you want to go that's away from the wall. Even as you're going towards the wall, by guiding your attention that way, you substantially increase your chances of not hitting the wall, right? Now, that doesn't mean ignoring the doom and gloom.
The higher food prices we're already living with right now, that is not from the fertilizer shortage. That's next year. This thing is only getting started.
You can be prepared for that. It means keeping focused on where you want to go and working with others to get there.
Experienced practitioners of meditation is that when they perform their practice in a room with many people of like mind, it's different. It feels different because the heart fields, the collective heart fields come together and they amplify and allow people to break through barriers of belief in the past and to develop a greater trust in themselves so that they can carry their own inner explorations to a deeper level.
Collectively, we're in the next story. We're in the next phase. We're in the evolution of humanity itself, and we're all taking a part in it. And if we want that new story to enact, then it needs to be built while things are crashing. You could think of it as like the phoenix, but those seeds of growth start well before the destruction is complete.
This is your time, but you have to get your head straight and you got to get your energy strong. And that's not easy when most people are shoved in their houses and isolated and heard nothing but fear. So you got to take back control.
Now, despite what many might tell you, nobody really knows what the future holds. The future is actually collectively created. And in that sense, it's wide open. Rather than allowing all that creative energy to collectively go towards the doom and gloom that everybody is portraying right and left, instead, take that energy and align it to where you want to go, the future you want to create. And in that sense, we can collectively move that direction. Not the direction for which everybody is saying we're going to go, but the direction you want to go. The future is not set in stone. It's collectively created.
Each time, one of us or collectively, we trust ourselves enough to allow ourselves the deep expression of the deep truth of who we are. What happens is we open the door and make it easier for the next and easier for the next and easier for the next.
And you have a role in this, along with other like-minded people, to collectively create in that direction.
We already have everything that we need. It's not about so much learning new things, it's about letting go of the beliefs and the perspectives that have kept us from the deep truth of who we are. So there's a subtle and powerful difference between reaching out to find something that we're told we don't have and recognizing that we already have it, and it's the opportunity to let go of the beliefs and the walls that stand between us and that deep truth. And a lot of that simply comes from trust. Learning to trust our own intuition.
When each of us can tap into that entrepreneurial spirit that really started our country in the first place, we can co-create forward to a future which is beyond our wildest dreams. And to do that, I've got some links below that will start you on a journey so that you can pivot when you need to and where you need to, so that your life can become intentional again rather than reactionary. Now's the time to connect, inspire, and create like your life depends on it, because it does.